At some time during that evening,
Yes, sir.
you knew that LMCS had equipment, commercial air supply equipment, had experienced divers, and had divers willing to go into the pipe. And you took the position, and the IMT took the position, that it was not safe for them to go into the pipe.
Yes, sir.
When did you decide, after Mr. Budram's emergence from the pipe, when did you decide that it was not safe for them to go into the pipe?
Right. So, if I may.
I'm asking around what time?
Or around what time?
Yes.
This would have been around 1825.
That is around 6.
Around 6:25, when I understood that I was advised, I believe by Mr. Visham Harichan, that a diver had entered into the pipeline. I believe, I don't know if at that point in time he said it was his father, but a diver had entered into the pipeline. At that point in time, sir, I told Mr. Harichan, listen, we don't know the conditions in the pipeline. The Coast Guard had also indicated we don't know the conditions in the pipeline. Clearly, at that time, we did not know what had caused the accident. We did not know at that time what the condition in the pipeline was. We did know that there was oil in the pipeline, right? We did understand at that time there were men in the pipeline. So we didn't know where the men were in the pipeline. We didn't know how much oil was in the pipeline. So there were several unknowns to us in that pipeline. This is a confined space. This is not an ordinary space, sir. This is a confined space of quite a magnitude, right? So this is a 30-inch pipeline, which is a quarter of a mile long. That is an oil pipeline, a fuel oil pipeline. That is not a simple space for someone to go in for any reason. So I took the decision at that point in time to pause. What I was at to pause because we needed to assess.
You needed to assess what you wanted.
If I may finish.
What you wanted, a method statement?
No, sir. If I may finish.
You wanted a risk assessment?
Let him finish what he has to say. You were saying you paused.
Yes, sir.
Right, take it from there, please.
So in an emergency response, the worst thing you can do in an emergency response is to act instinctively and to act emotionally. That is the worst, that is the absolute way you should not respond in an emergency. And definitely in this case, you don't respond like that in an emergency. And therefore, I had no choice but to say, stop. We need to assess. We need to understand what is going on. So I took that decision. As difficult as that decision was, don't believe for 1 minute that was a simple decision. That was an extremely difficult decision. But at that point, it was the decision that had to be taken.